Fallout fans feast on disappointment as Fallout Day comes and goes with no new game announcement. And that's not the only tale of gamer woe we have to share on this week's Inside Games Roundup. Valve also upended the Counter-Strike 2 skin market with an unannounced update, which means we got to apologize to our patrons for putting our entire production budget in CS2 skins.
They said it was a sure thing, Bruce. It only goes up in value. That's what they said. God damn it. This is the last time we take investment advice from Counter-Strike All Chat. And speaking of pending legal troubles, Florida State is finally launching a criminal investigation into Roblox for enabling child abuse.
Boy, that took way too long. And finally, our humble profession of gabbing about games has shrunk considerably in recent years. Accordingly, it's time to kick off the news by throwing to the one Inside Game staffer that's been in the game so long, he's excited to hear the phrase, shrunk considerably, from his doctor. It's Brian Garr.
That's right. I'm on medication for that. So that's how you know you're old. But yeah, let's talk about Fallout Day. Fallout Day 2025 wrapped up without the big announcement that fans like me were hoping for. There was no new game, no remaster, and no Fallout 5 reveal. Instead, Bethesda offered a refreshed version of Fallout 4, a Fallout New Vegas bundle, and some new content for Fallout Shelter and Fallout 76. But that didn't stop us all from having that big question, where is the next Fallout?
Yeah, that is a good question to ask. Bethesda's not handing out dates for anything these days, though. Bethesda design chief Todd Howard closed the broadcast with the tiniest reassurance, promising that the studio is, quote, working on even more, end quote, Fallout.
That sucks. He added, we are looking forward to the day when we can share that with everybody. All right, Todd. That's enough of that, Todd.
Not today. Not today, said Todd.
Yeah, and what exactly even more means is it's really anybody's guess. There have been rumors of a Fallout 3 remaster. Those have swirled since a leak a couple years ago. And of course, there's the big Prime Video Fallout series, which is awesome. They're headed to New Vegas for Season 2. That's coming in December. So the Fallout demand has not gone away. I would say it's probably higher than it's been in a long time.
Yeah, it baffles me that Bethesda doesn't have something that says Fallout on it for people to buy. I could kind of see they got swerved by Season 1 of the show, but how does Season 2 hit with no time? Whatever. They can do things on their own pace. I think they've earned that right at this point, and it seems like Howard is not in a rush in this regard. The latest mainline entity, Fallout 4, came out in 2015, and in a 2024 interview, he said the team wants to, quote, get it right rather than push out something fast. Fallout 4 was not like a world-ending game. You could just make another one. In fact, another attempt would probably be pretty good. Well, whatever.
Totally. Do a commercial with Walton Goggins, you'll sell 10 million. Easy.
That's right. Also, I mean, Starfield, guys. They didn't get it right with Starfield, whatever. Todd Howard said, quote, totally get the desire for a new kind of mainline single-player game. And look, those things take time. We just want to make sure that everything we're doing in a franchise, whether it's Elder Scrolls, Fallout, or Starfield, becomes a meaningful moment for everybody who love these franchises as much as we do.
Whatever, man. It seems like it's taking them longer to make games that have less features, so that's not cool. Starfield was just kind of like, there's nothing. There's nothing. You could fly around a bit, shoot at some people. That's always fun, I guess, but damn.
Guys, I'm holding out hope for a shadow drop of a Fallout 3 or New Vegas remaster before Season 2 of the show comes. Guys, Bethesda, what are you doing? What are you doing? Virtuos made the Oblivion remastered, and it's awesome. Let them do the Fallout 3, rush it out, like, pay them the extra overtime. Just get it out there, put it out, and people will love it. I promise you.
That's right. Pay them time and a half.
Yeah, just get it out. They're really leaving money on the table. It's a lot of money.
100%. And yeah, Fallout 4 wasn't even that great. Sorry. Like, you got nowhere to go but up. All right, boys, let's talk about Counter-Strike 2 because those players woke up Thursday to one of the biggest economic shocks in the game's history. And we're talking about some big numbers. A surprise update to the trade-up contract system has wiped more than $1 billion with a B dollars from the CS2 skin market's value. It dropped from around $6 billion to under $5 billion almost overnight.
Every so often, I look into Counter-Strike and its digital ecosystem, and it blows my mind every time. What an amazing little subculture that's developed around that. And yeah, if you're wondering, like I am right now, how the Counter-Strike 2 skin market is worth billions of dollars, yeah, it's tough to wrap one's head around. I'll say it lightly in that way.
Yeah, we'll really quickly sort of sum it up. Here's what caused the actual drop. A major change to how players can get knives and gloves, some of the rarest and most expensive cosmetics in the game. And previously, these items could only be earned as rare case drops or bought for huge sums on Steam or third-party markets. But now, players can convert lower value covert skins into these high-end cosmetics, creating much more of a supply. So there you go. The demand is it's going to be outweighed by the supply, and then the market goes down.
Yeah, I feel bad for all the international money launderers who are going to have to find another vehicle. But yeah, some players are furious. CS streamer Furious wrote on X, "You guys know that people are probably going to harm themselves because of this, yet you pushed it out without hesitation."
And I guess it's people that chose to value these things like they did. Voice from the past here, former YouTube executive Ryan Fwiz Wyatt, good old Fwiz, echoed that sentiment, writing, "Counter-Strike rugged its entire community. They just rinsed everyone in the market who had anything of any value." But to rug pull, don't you have to benefit from it? Like, I don't know.
Yes.
They more like democratize the market. I don't know about that. So now, like they're villainizing them for making better items more accessible for modern players, while it's like demonetizing what. I don't know. It's funny. It's funny how it parallels the real world. People would rather. I don't know. I'm going off on a whole thing. Never mind.
Well, that's the scary part, is that Valve controls the market, so Valve can do whatever they want. Like it's not the stock market. Still, some argue the panic is overblown. Marketplace CS Float estimated that even if every eligible covert skin were traded up, it would only double the total supply of knives and gloves. A worst case scenario that's unlikely to happen.
Yeah, I don't think it's like a rug pull. It's more like if you have a Rolls Royce, but then everyone else has a Rolls Royce, maybe it doesn't mean what it used to when only you had it. I don't know. Anyway, streamer Flom, meanwhile, defended the move, saying inflated prices had gotten out of control. He wrote, "A normal human shouldn't have to spend the amount of money just to have one nice skin in CS."
As of now, the total market cap, Counter-Strike skin cap, sits around 4.2 billion, which is down nearly a fifth in a single day. And yeah, given that it's all just to see pixels on a screen, pretty incredible stuff.
Yeah, and again, I know it's obviously, yes, there's lots of market manipulation in the stock market and cryptocurrency and things like that. But Valve, one singular company, maybe like 3 dudes, control this entire economy. So be careful if you're going to invest in Counter-Strike 2 skins.
That's right. I'm going to keep all my money in Robux. Speaking of which, the state of Florida is mad at Roblox. The Florida Attorney General, James Uthmeier, announced a criminal investigation into Roblox this week, accusing the gaming giant of failing to protect children from predators and harmful content.
Right on. In a statement, he said, quote, "Roblox profited off our kids while exposing them to the most dangerous of harms. They enabled our kids to be abused."
The AG's office says it has issued criminal subpoenas to Roblox, seeking evidence of alleged criminal activity on the platform, including information about predators and potential victims. Uthmeier added, quote, "We will stop at nothing to fight to protect our kids."
No charges have been filed against Roblox, and the company has not been accused of any specific crime. The investigation follows similar lawsuits in Kentucky and Louisiana. They also allege Roblox has become a haven for predators. Roblox denied those claims, saying the Florida AG's office mischaracterized how its in-game currency Robux works.
Yeah, this is really interesting. I'm wondering what they're going to try to nail them on. Either the child exploitation because of making money off of kid labor, or not adequately safeguarding kids. Sounds like they're going to girl them down and see what shakes out, and then follow that up. In a press release, Uthmeier's office accused Roblox of negligence in verifying users' ages, moderating content, and reporting incidents of child victimization. The statement said Roblox, quote, "knowingly failed to implement meaningful safety measures," end quote, while marketing itself as a child-friendly space.
The company, which boasts more than 70 million daily users, has faced mounting criticism over child safety issues and claims that predators use the platform to contact minors.
Recently, and I'm sure this is a total coincidence, Roblox has rolled out new safety tools, including facial age verification, stricter communication limits, and the removal of unrated games. Yeah, all you have to do to clean this up is get rid of chat.
Jeez, oh geez, man. This kind of shit makes me so angry because they are making so much money and they just need to hire more people to actually curate their content versus letting a fucking robot do it. And then of course, children, there's lots of children that play Roblox and they're the ones that suffer and they're the ones we should be protecting the most. It makes me very, very angry.
Yeah, it's very frustrating how people just don't have their eye on that particular ball at all. Regulation has been, well, it's not in a good spot right now in the United States regardless, but even still, it was like kind of looking at things that were 15 years old and kind of putting that in order. And meanwhile, this stuff is just sprouting up overnight and just getting to operate kind of under the radar. So I'm glad at least there's some light being shown on this right now. The problem is they've had time to prepare. Like I'm sure they have game plans for when they get sued, and launching all these safety tools is part of the plan. So it sucks.
For sure, it's something they can point to. Like, well, look at all the stuff we're doing, ignoring the years and years. And like Nintendo, I think does a good job. It's like if you want to communicate, there's pre-programmed phrases you can like send back and forth. There's things you can do. So pretending like you can't do nothing is bullshit. And I hope some change comes about because yeah, as a parent, it's ridiculous. They're awful people online and they have a responsibility to protect them. And if it takes people going to jail, good. All right, now let's move on to games journalism. It is not in a good place at all. According to new data from the PR tool Press Engine, which sends out, PR releases and various things to journalists, more than 1,200 games journalists have left the industry since 2023.
Oh, that's really sad. That's really, really sad. Yeah, that's that figure comes from a 25% drop in the global pool of reporters at major outlets like IGN, Polygon, and GameSpot. If you include freelancers and part-timers, that number rises to over 4,000.
That's a lot of people. The cuts keep coming. This week, The Gamer suffered widespread layoffs with entire teams reportedly decimated. Features lead Jade King said her whole team was let go, while news editor Rhiannon Bevan wrote, quote, "The Gamer is losing so much talent today, it breaks my heart." Parent company Valnet, which also owns OpenCritic and GameRant, has not commented.
Yeah, and Press Engine co-founder Gareth Williams blamed the collapse on ad shifts, Google's algorithm changes, and the rise of AI summaries. Veteran journalist Alex Donaldson added that search changes and poor management have also driven outlets, quote, off the road.
Yeah, it's bad times out there. Donaldson warned the decline could continue for another year. I hope it stops there. Sheesh. He advised readers to support independent outlets, quote, before you don't have the choice.
Yeah, and let me just say, if you have beef with a specific outlet, that is fine. But as a consumer, as a player, you want more journalists covering the industry. That is a net good. You don't want fewer people. We're seeing this nationally with the collapse of local news in the US. Only bad things happen when there are fewer journalists. Again, you might not like a particular journalist, a particular outlet, but the more, the better. All right, let's do a 5-second review. All right, kind of an indie-ish, I think, game. We talked about, I think we previewed them last week, Ball X Pit. Great. It's like a block breaking game, but you can upgrade. There's tons of upgrades, and it's like a weird city builder in there too. It's kind of, throwback graphics. There's it's just very addictive, short gameplay sessions. Totally great on Steam Deck handheld. Awesome. Try it.
Brian, both Lawrence and I have talked about it multiple times on Inside Games already, and we're both addicted to it, just so you know. So, Ball Pit is so good.
It's an honor to join the club.
With a new game, no less. Nice job, Brian.
Hey!
I know, yeah. Good for you, Brian.
Yeah, Ball Pit is awesome. so awesome. Hey, speaking of awesome, let's get some free games for you, because Inside Games is on your side, trying to save you some money. First up, this is really cool. Also warms my cockular heart. I don't know where I was going with that one. Warms the cockles of the heart, because it's basically an id Software throwback. Darkenstein 3D. It's free on Steam. This is an homage to Wolfenstein 3D and Doom. It kind of starts being like a 2D kind of arena shooter, then it graduates into being more of a 3D one by the end. It's really cool. Published by Microprose, of all people, and made by a single dev. So check it out. Darkenstein 3D on Steam. And then the usual suspects here. Epic Games is giving away Fear the Spotlight. That's a pretty cool game where you have to kind of avoid light but it's got some overtones. You're a shy kid. You don't want to be seen. There's some meaning there. Meanwhile, Amazon has Fallout 3 Game of the Year Edition, True Fear Forsaken Souls Part 2, and Hellslave, which is a really cool name. But yeah, there's your Fallout 3, I guess. You can get Game of the Year Edition on Amazon. They have also got New Vegas. Was last week. It's still available. Check it out. Free games. Now, let's cover some ones that you have to pay for. Here are the new games coming out this week.
Yeah, that's right. Up first, The Outer Worlds 2. It's the eagerly awaited sequel to the award-winning first-person sci-fi RPG from Obsidian Entertainment. Just look at the exciting number of dashes and all in that sentence, man. Time to clear your calendar. Get ready for an action-packed adventure with a new crew, new weapons, and new enemies in a new colony. There's so much newness there. Comes to PC, PS5, and Xbox Series X on October 29th, but early access has started today.
Up next, this is a good one. The Dragon Quest 1 and 2 HD 2D remake. It's a stunning reimagination of the first two legendary adventures in the Erdrick trilogy, brought together in one package. It comes to PC, PS5, Switch, Xbox Series X, and Brian Gar's living room, October 30th.
I was actually crazy. I was super charmed by the Dragon Quest 3 HD 2D remake, so I'm gonna try that one out. Try it out. And finally, another game that's kind of surprisingly charming, Ark Raiders. This is an upcoming multiplayer extraction adventure set in a lethal future Earth, ravaged by a mysterious mechanized threat known as Ark. Game comes to PC, PS5, and October Series X. PC, PS5, Xbox Series October on October 30th, Series X.
Thanks for watching Inside Games. Yet again, we have a great time making the show. We only do it because you choose to watch, and then when you no longer watch it, we will no longer be able to make it. So thank you very much. And if you're feeling real choosy, we do have a Patreon as well that you can support. We post all of our content there for free. There's an individual spicy meme from Lawrence. And by spicy, sometimes it can get edgy. So hopefully you're ready for Lawrence's edgy meme.
Yeah, I've been tossing memes into a folder for the past 20 years or so. So it's accumulated more value at this point than your collection of Counter-Strike skins. So this is a good way to let the world celebrate it. One spicy meme a day, and yeah, they can come from the edgy aughts sometimes. In addition to my spicy memes, we have some other patrons we'd like to shout out that are so brave. They somehow weren't even disappointed when Bethesda didn't announce anything. I guess they've been around the block a couple times. Red and 003, Keita White, Shaky Pants, and Turkey Bottom 69. Thank you very much for keeping those emotions on the level.
I have some patrons that are so brave they weren't even disappointed by the Halo announcement, and we don't even know what that is or isn't yet. I mean, who knows? Donatello, Adrian Nofchisi, Robert Kruppy, and Jacob Croyle. Maybe there's a new Halo game. We're not sure.
Halo on PlayStation? By the time you hear this, we'll be wrong, I guess.